What's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is the third video of the week. Super stoked to be back locked in on these. I'll be posting more frequently since I am out a little more often now. Anyways, today's video is about behaving like the best versions of yourself. What I mean by that is there is a version of you that has 100K in the bank. There's a version of you that makes 100K a month. There's a version of you that has 10 million in the bank. There are many versions of your current reality. And you are able to dictate which reality you go towards. Like which one is yours, right? Like if you want to get to that 10 million mark in the bank, you have to behave like someone who has 10 million in the bank, or someone who makes multiple millions of dollars a year, or someone who has multiple millions of dollars. An example of that might be stopping to eat shitty foods, or quit eating shitty foods, or waking up earlier, or doing a longer day. You don't necessarily need to wake up earlier. You can also go to sleep later. That's what I do. I go to sleep at like 5, 6 a.m. I wake up at 12. So I still work the entire day. It doesn't matter if you wake up late, to be honest. However, it's like the habits that you do throughout your day that do influence if you're going to be successful or not. So you have to be very careful in the things that you're doing in your day-to-day life, right? So little things like going to the gym, or like I said, eating clean food, or what else? Maybe not watching porn, maybe quitting to vape, quitting smoking, quitting drinking, not going to the club all the time, or even at all until you have the things that you want, or until you actually have things to celebrate. You have little victories that you want to celebrate, right? Because let's be honest, if you're just going to the club every weekend, like, do you actually even deserve it? Probably not, if we're being honest. Like, what are you celebrating? You're broke. You aren't doing anything special. Honestly, there's no reason you should be going out unless you have some shit figured out. And even then, if your goals align, or like if the version that you want to be like of yourself is the 10 million in the bank version, maybe you should reconsider going to the club at all, you know? Now you can still have fun, but you have to realize that these different versions of yourself, each one is quite drastically different. For example, if you want to be like a millionaire, no problem. You can still go out and do things as long as the work gets done. But if you want to do like 10 million, 100 million, if you want to be a billionaire, I can tell you right now that there's no time for you to be going out, and you need to be locked in for real. So, for example, like recently, the last week, or like the last 2 weeks, I've been working like 14 hours a day on my e-commerce store. And that's because I had quit clothing and I'm restarting doing supplements, and I've been trying to get that off the ground. So I've been super locked in, and my life is quite boring in some of your eyes, but for me, I actually get dopamine from working because I've removed all of the barriers in my life so that I can behave like the version of myself that will be a multi-millionaire, or that is a multi-millionaire, for example, right? Like, I don't go to the club, I go to the gym frequently, I stay relatively fit, I eat clean, I drink caffeine every day to keep me locked in, focused. I don't have Instagram, I don't have YouTube, I don't have any apps on my phone except for the essential ones, like Facebook ads, Google ads, Discord, X, or Twitter, as some of you guys may call it. What else? Yeah, that's really quite it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's it, honestly. There's not much. There's music apps as well. And then, yeah, so if you do that to yourself, if you just delete all the dopamine from your life, you will literally get dopamine from working, which is like the best possible scenario to put yourself in, because at that point, you're just always in a flow state. And if you want to work like 14 hours a day, there's no problem. Like, for me, it's easy, bro, because I look at my screen and I realized there's nothing else to do around me. So I actually enjoy working, because if I'm not working, there's nothing else to do except maybe go and walk, go to the gym. But you know, I already go to the gym once per day. I'm not gonna go like the whole day. I'm not gonna go out all day, right? Like the work has to get done. And so this is a good way, a good example of what some of you guys could do. Or actually, I recommend it for every single one of you if you have something that you want to achieve. Now, there would be an exception, which would be like if you want to do content for a living. Obviously, you need Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, X, Facebook, like all those things. You should be posting, you should be on all of them. And I'll probably start posting on all of them more frequently. I'm gonna start uploading YouTube shorts as well to try to get some traction, because I want to get out there more, and I really want to try to help some of you guys, because you know, for me, watching YouTube videos really helped me get off the ground. Watching people like Mark Builds Brands, who else? Like, I can't really think right now, but there's tons. There's absolutely tons of people. Yeah, pretty much the moral of this video, or like the big takeaway from this video that you should have, is that you need to just focus right now, focus this week on just eliminating all the distractions, all the barriers. Just break them down. Everything that's holding you back, just fucking knock it away. I promise you, you don't fucking need any of that. Like, for example, like Instagram Reels, yeah, you can't go a day without it, but do you need it? Hell no, you don't need it. So just lock in, focus, get off that shit, stick to the work that needs to be done, and I promise you'll go very far. And then you'll actually be able to align yourself with the versions of yourself that you want to be. Like, whatever it may be, whatever monetary figure that version of you that you want to be has, or how they look physically, like whatever the hell it is that you want, like, just behave like the person that you want to be. That is the entire point of this video. So hopefully my example of, for example, just deleting all the dopamine from your life helps you guys. Honestly, that's my number one recommendation in order for you to behave like the person that you want to be, because then you have no distraction, and then you can just get the work done. Like boom, boom, boom. You wake up, you work, you eat, you go to the gym, that alone gives you dopamine, and then you go to sleep. There's no scrolling on your phone before sleep because you have no apps. There's no scrolling when you wake up. There's no apps. I genuinely get joy from working, which is crazy. I never would have thought of that, or I never thought that would happen when I began, or like the first year, the first 2 years. But now I'm literally at a point where like I literally got tired of Instagram Reels, and I'm actually just at peace with having that shit deleted, because it's just a terrible waste of time. And so long as you have a Reels addiction, you're just gonna see years of your life fly by without even you realizing, which is just horrible. And yeah, like eventually you'll wake up and you'll be like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I just wasted the last 5 years of my life on Instagram Reels, just scrolling every day. And the only benefit that it has to you is temporary dopamine, which is literally useless. It's just like, it's just bad. It's nothing but bad for you. Anyways, that being said, thank you guys for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I will be making more soon. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.